Steven Spielberg, the greatest director of our generation, knows the truth of extraterrestrials. Now, in the 70s, Dr. Alan Hynek was a guy that met with all of these UFO abductees, people that believe they've seen extraterrestrials, and he wrote a book called The UFO Experience. Spielberg bought the rights of the book to make his movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Now, it all stems from 1947, the crash at Roswell, where the government put together this program called Project Sign. Okay, it was directly after the Roswell crash. 1953, the Robertson panel begins. The Robertson panel was also, Dr. Hynek was in it. And it was this panel of scientists that came together to basically convince the world that extraterrestrials and UFOs were absolutely nothing. You had Project Blue Book, all these top scientists in the world trying to, figure out what the heck is going on. And then they say, screw it, let's put all the scientists together and we are going to convince society that it's nothing. It's all just, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. That's what these scientists in 1953 said. That's when this whole thing where if you believed in UFOs, you were nuts. That's where it came from, the Robertson panel. Now, what I believe is that Dr. Hynek's pushback to the world later on in life, after he took part in the Robertson panel, is he got involved with this film with Steven Spielberg, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Now, when you hear of Close Encounters, where did that come from? That came from the list of Close Encounters came from Dr. Hynek. He's the one that met with so many abductees that he was like, okay, your encounter is a close encounter of the first kind. Okay, these crop circles, that's a close encounter of the second kind. He's the one that put together the list. And he met with Spielberg, and they made this movie all based on these real facts of him meeting with people. And I believe that Dr. Hynek's idea to get involved with this was to push back at the UFO, the government control of convincing people that it was nothing. So fast forward, the movie's done, and Spielberg is trying to get NASA involved. He knows that this movie came from Hynek. He knows his involvement in the government, and he tries to get NASA involved in the film. Try to help me out. And so NASA writes to Spielberg a 20-page letter basically saying this is so dangerous for you to be doing this. They know that Dr. Hynek is involved with the film. That's the last guy they want involved in this film. You're telling me that one of the best directors that did Jaws and all these scary movies is now putting together this alien movie with one of our leaders from Project Blue Book. That's spilling the beans, that's telling him everything about it, that knows everything, about extraterrestrials. And also, that Dr. Hynek worked for Project Blue Book, and then became part of the Robertson panel, the debunking of UFOs and extraterrestrials, and now he's making this movie to push back the world to expose some of the secrets. So, I think what you guys need to do is go back and watch Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I'm going to do it this weekend. I haven't seen it in a long time, but, I was just digging into Dr. Alan Hynek's story, just kind of looking back into it. And then I forgot that he was involved with that film. So if you haven't seen it in a while, go check it out.